Hey guys, it's Jeannie here. Just wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit with you guys and see what you guys think about this. This is one of my husband's favorite songs. I thought it would be a little bit of an appropriate song for this song. I know my channel is a little bit everywhere. I know that I post a lot of deals. I post makeup looks. I like to post, I'm starting to vlog more now. And I also want to put some things out there, like some other kind of videos. Because I like interacting with you guys. And I like to hear your feedback. So my channel is just a little bit of everything. You know, it's not going to be specifically towards couponing. It's not going to be specifically towards deals or sales, or it's just, you know, it's just about what I like to do, and it's my life. And I just, you know, whatever I want to upload is what I will upload. It's not going to be geared just towards one thing. So I've been having something on my mind because there's been some stuff going on, you know, with family and stuff. And I just wanted to get your opinion on this. So, we had an issue with some family members that we really care about dearly. And we try to help as much as we can. We try guiding them and talking to them about, you know, their problems as a couple. They're not married. They've chosen to put their lives together and have kids. And you hear both of their sides. And, well, at least I heard both of their sides. And they both have very I guess justifiable reasons as to why they would not want to work things out. But I feel that sometimes we as people can be very stubborn. Now, I'm not going to talk so much about them or about their problems. I'm going to talk about people in general. I feel that people in general, they don't want to listen to the other person. You know, when people are upset, I know, like for me, when I get upset, it's like, you know, I'm up here, you know, I'm untouchable. And I get really upset and I start thinking, you know, I don't really need this person in my life. I can make it on my own. You know, I'm a strong woman. I'm educated. I can, you know, make it on my own. But sometimes you need to take a step back and not be so selfish. And you need to think about what is best for you and the kids and what they would want, not just what you would want. Because, yeah, you could, you know, pick up the pieces and just do things on your own. But, you know, is that really what your kids want? Is that really what your kids need? I mean, I am not for this whole mentality about, you know, men are not needed. I think men are very essential in a relationship, in a marriage. You know, I was brought up to see how my dad provided, you know, and he worked really hard to give us what we needed. And my mom always had the mom role, and while she would help my dad and she would work and stuff from home, you know, she would help him. You know, my dad he would work when I was like a little girl, but then, you know, he was self-employed and he had his own company and stuff. And my mom was a secretary, and she would, you know, she would do a lot of work. And while she had some maids help and cook and take care of us or whatever, you know, my mom always did, for the most part, the mom role until they stopped, you know, they closed down the company. And, you know, my mom still worked from home and my dad worked from home, and, you know, they always worked as a team. And so I feel that, you know, that's what I do right now. I stay at home. I've always worked until I started having my babies. And then, you know, I didn't want to just, you know, do nothing. And so I started, you know, I started my Gina deals. I started doing my couponing. I started doing my sales online and stuff. And I mean, I provide at home too. I mean, sometimes it's 500, sometimes it's 1,000, sometimes it's a little bit over that, you know. And I try my best to provide what I can. And but I also have the privilege of being home with my kids, and I feel that sometimes you put so much stress on yourself on things that really don't matter. I think that, you know, a lot of the times couples fights are, well, you know, they don't help enough at home. Like, let's say they don't wash dishes or they don't clean. You know, there are little things you can do. I mean, come on. If something bothers you, if like washing dishes bothers you so much, freaking buy paper plates or something. Or if, you know, if you know that person doesn't like to do dishes, well, you do the dishes and have them mop or have them sweep, or, you know, learn to compromise. If your relationship means a lot to you, I think that you need to work on things. If there's something that I've learned from being married to my husband, is that reason why I love my husband so much is because he always says he's sorry. You know, if he knows that he did something wrong, he apologizes. He's not one to have that much pride. He says, I'm sorry, you know, and I'll fix it. And that's something that I really appreciate from him, because I feel like it takes a lot of maturity to own up to it. Because I know, like, for me, like, I have some pride, let me tell you, but I've learned not to be as prideful by following his example. And he's learned to be more mature, I think, by being with me, because I feel that I make him accountable for a lot of the things that he does sometimes. But as women, we need to understand that, you know, we can't dictate other people's lives. And that's something that, like, I learned from my dad. My dad would always tell me, you know, a man never likes a naggy woman. And I think he's very right. And I always have that in the back of my head. Or, you know, your husband works, like my dad told me, you know, your husband works all day long, you know, it's okay if he has a bad day, you know, like, treat him out to do something, you know, like, if you see he worked really hard, do something nice for him, you know, don't always, like, put him down and tell him what to do. I mean, he also works, he's a human being, you know, you shouldn't be having to dictate his life for him. I mean, you wouldn't want anybody dictating your life, you know. I just think it's